Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here, and welcome to another review. And now, oh dear, we're taking a look at yet another of the infamous Action 52 titles from the Nintendo Entertainment System's Active Enterprise's cartridge from 1991. And this time the game is Meong, or however it's supposed to be pronounced. I can't ascertain what that could be from the title, so you play as an A52, or isn't that imaginative already? Okay, so occasionally platforms momentarily disappear and then reappear. I'm presuming we need to avoid those, but the game sure doesn't seem to tell you much about what you're actually supposed to be doing. Well, that one that was just next to me a moment ago actually looked different, so I knew not to step on that one. Oh god, that was cool. So if you go onto a problematic tile, like I just did there, you explode. Okay. And I'm presuming that must have just happened there. So thing is, for the most part, you've got absolutely no idea which are the problematic tiles. So it's all down to luck. Graphics aren't exactly the most interesting in the world. I mean, actually, the A52 that you control is more interesting than the rest of it put together. Oh dear. What is this? I'm not getting any kind of enjoyment out of this whatsoever. This is total luck. It's just by the nearest fortune if I manage to not step on anything dodgy. Ooh, crikey. Oh dear. This is rubbish. But then it's Action 52, so it's bound to be rubbish. Okay. Level 2. What's with all that purple at the bottom of the screen there? Again, I knew that one was going to change because it looked a bit different. Oh dear goodness. Hey, that one's glitching. Oh dear. Again, there's some which are visibly different, so I know full well to avoid them. Oh, but that one wasn't one of them. Oh dear. You've got absolutely no way of knowing whether you're about to step on a problematic tile half the time. It's all luck. For goodness sake. This game makes absolutely no sense and there's absolutely no skill involved. The closest it gets to skill being involved is if one changes just before you step on it, as might have happened a couple of times already in this review. Apart from that, you've got absolutely no idea whatsoever. Oh, God. If this is supposed to be some kind of puzzle game, then I don't really think it passes the litmus test because there's no way you can use any kind of logic or reasoning behind it. It's all luck. You just hope that you don't step on a problematic tile. Oh, God. One more go. I don't know how much longer I can be bothered to put up with this. It's pretty boring. See, how can you possibly, for the most part, how can you possibly know what tiles you can step on and what you can't? You get absolutely no, more often than not, you get no clues. Okay, so I can't even stay stationary for too long because I'll explode. What's with all the colour glitching at the bottom there? Oh, for God's sake, I'm not playing that anymore. It makes no sense, and if it's trying to make itself out to be a puzzle game, it's not even close to anything that even remotely resembles trying to find any kind of reason or logic to it. It's just pure fluke. As usual, graphics are not really up to standards for 1991. I mean, ironically, these graphics are some of the best I've seen out of all the games I've played on the cartridge, but that's still not saying much. They're still very simple. I mean, a few years earlier, you were getting things like the Amiga, doing things like Shadow of the Beast. Look at that, and then you get, and then look at this, and then you'll see exactly what I mean. Sound very minimal. I think this is one of the few games in which there doesn't seem to be any in-game music whatsoever, which compared to the other games I've played makes for a very empty experience indeed. I mean, the explosion sound effect's the best sound effect I've in this game, and it's one of the best sound effects I've heard on the whole out of all the games I've played from Action 52 on the NES. But that's still not saying much. I've still heard better. Gameplay. It's all luck. There's no rhyme nor reason as to why you can stand on certain squares and not others. I mean, yeah, there is sometimes ones that sort of fall into the background, then back up, and then or open and then close again, or rotate to themselves, or something like that. But apart from that, which doesn't happen all that often, given all things considered, you really don't get any clues as to where it's safe to walk. And that doesn't really make for a good puzzle game. You need to have some kind of clue so you can get some kind of reasoning as to what is and isn't safe to walk on. And you just don't get that in this at the best of times, which means the game's totally reliant on luck. Yeah, and the biggest problem is it's just boring. The whole thing is just not in any way stimulating. So I'm afraid it's another 1 out of 10, I'm afraid. Oh dear, this cartridge really is the pits, isn't it? But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.